Let's go. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. You are now tuning in to episode 62
62
of the Off the Menu podcast. I am your friend, your host, Key, here with my brothers, my co-host, Moose.
What up?
And Tay.
Hello, everyone.
And a special guest, a very special guest. I am happy to introduce to you Hands by Jaymes, barber,
I've always wanted to do
entrepreneur, teacher, go-getter, big stepper going crazy.
Welcome.
Man, this has been a long time coming. This has been a long time. For those who don't know, we do get referrals from the outside from people to have people on the podcast. And my family owns Tuk-Tuk, and I eat there at least once a week. And Morris was the one who was like, yo, y'all need to have Jaymes on the podcast. And at that time, I was already following your stuff. You're going dumb on the internet with your content, with what you're doing for the community and everything. So we applaud you for being able to do that.
Crazy.
Yes. I'm trying. Hey, look, let's just cut the bullshit. I'm going to tell y'all the truth. I'm not that great. I'm just too broke to start over, so I have to make it happen.
Dude, that's
I spent it all, baby.
Tell them, man.
That's the best answer you can give.
That's what we like to hear. Bet on yourself.
No plan Bs around here, man.
You just got to keep going.
No plan B. She ate them all.
I can't. God, have we even reached 2 minutes? What happened?
We're starting a minute and a half. Hold on. Before we get crazy, before the episode starts going, we would like to thank you guys for attending the sneaker convention here at the 801 Sneaker Convention Center.
Yeah.
It was
Thank
a
you so
crazy
much.
day. It was filled with crazy weather, but y'all fought through the snow and showed us all love. And we have
Shout
to
out
just,
to y'all.
shout out to you, everyone that was there. Jaymes was there. They had a booth with the
Great
pump powder.
turnout.
We had we had our own block, so all the creatives that shout out to Omar from Hoodlum because he was able to get us tables all around each other.
Thank you, dude. I love you, bro.
You know, it was a great experience for us, especially being something that wasn't something we're used to. You know, we always do pop-ups by ourselves, or like we try to throw with other people, but we've never done a convention, and maybe you guys will see us have more.
Yeah.
It was a fun experience, dude.
Yeah.
The energy was there. The engagement was there. Everybody was just cool to kick
Yeah.
it with and introduce ourselves to. It was really nice. So thank you, everybody.
And it's crazy, like, sorry, let me
go ahead.
touch on something. It's crazy how there was like the barber expo going on with the sneaker convention type shit.
And
It,
the
like,
car show,
it all meshes so well.
that got snowed out.
Yeah. It's super
Yeah.
crazy how well everyone meshed.
Yeah.
100%.
It was
Look fly on that side, look fly on this side, right? So like it goes hand in hand. So that was very smart for Utah Sneaker Convention team to team up with the Barber Expo.
Yeah, Rigo.
Do shit like that. Yeah, that shit.
Yeah, big shout out. Hey, big shout out to Albert, man. There's a move, bro.
Yeah.
There's a
Yeah,
move. Good
that shit
job.
was
I see
dope.
you.
For sure.
Yeah, and after the pop-up, after the event, we also opened up pre-orders for our mechanic jackets, our JDM ones. So
Crazy.
I will post that here. If you guys would like to pre-order, let us know. I think pre-orders will probably end this Friday. This episode will come out Wednesday.
Yeah.
So after you guys see it, let us know. DM us on the More About Nothing ___.
Yeah.
And
Tell 'em.
yeah, let us know your size, and we'll let you know how the sizing works, and then we'll get the pricing going from there. But yes,
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Shout outs to all the new faces and shit that we seen at the convention buying our shit. We love
Beautiful.
it.
yes,
We love it a
yes.
lot.
I think it was the most eye-opening part of it though, is that after the event, Amy and I were talking. We were talking about how this was the first time we did an event and we didn't rely on our friends and family to support us through the clothing drop. And I realized that, people are messing with what we do. You know, they're really fucking with what the podcast is bringing to the community and what we're able to bring.
Yeah.
JSM shout us out on stage.
thank
You know,
you,
that
man.
was
Thank you
was so
that was it. That was
I got chills, bro.
I was literally recording and then he said that out of nowhere and I just like kind of teared up. I was like, oh man, we're doing something. But yeah,
I did the B-boy this. I haven't done that in years. I was like, oh, shit. Yes.
Before we get into the episode, we
got IT technical support in the back. Sifu Yin going crazy.
See, I was too late on that
Yeah.
one. I was too
We
late.
need to-
I was too early on the other one.
We need to get some new ones loaded.
Yeah, we'll
We
get
need to
some
get
new ones.
Yeah.
We're going to get like
I need
an
a
alien
tank.
sound.
A tank?
Yeah.
God damn. We got
Go watch Fury.
Oh man! But thank you, Jaymes, for coming to Off the Menu
Yes,
podcast.
thank you, brother.
We really
Thank you so
appreciate that you
much.
made the time to make it out here. We know you're a busy man, and let's go ahead and get into it. For our viewers, who are you and what do you do?
Hi, my name's Jaymes, and I cut hair. Now, my name's Hands by Jaymes on Instagram. So, I'm a barber. You know, that's actually went back to school. Sorry, Plum Mitchell. I got my hours done, but I ain't tested yet. But I own Lavish by Minor Details out in Orem. I also started Pump Powder, which is a hair texture powder. Matter of fact, you know what's real funny? I brought y'all some, and then I was reaching in the box, and I'm like, I don't know how many people there are. And so I grabbed 2. I go, nah, I better do 3. And I go, nah, I better do 4. So it worked out.
Damn, that's crazy.
Hey, thank you, man.
Thank you so much. Oh my God, I didn't even know this fucking bag.
Hold on.
What the hell?
It even comes with a complimentary sticker.
Yeah.
Look at this.
love
Minor
that shit.
Details, Pump Powder going crazy. Go get
yes.
yours with Hands by Jaymes going crazy. Yeah.
Thank you so much, dude. We're telling this guy right here that he needs to start using it.
Yeah, I've actually used Pump Powder before. Shout outs Barry. Shout outs Fat Fades. He's been,
Oh, Fat Face, he gets down.
yeah. Fat Fades. That's the cousin.
Damn.
That's family right there.
Yeah.
Yo, I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt.
go ahead, go
No,
ahead.
you're
But
good.
I got to tell you this funny ass story, right? I'm pretty sure it was him, but at one of the
Goddamn, already good. Barry, are you listening right now?
Barry, I'm sorry. But it was at one of the shows, and he goes, he had like a crop, right? So his hair is all down. He goes, "Hey, Jaymes." I go, "Yeah, what's up, man?" He goes, "Hey, like, what do I do about this?" And he picks his hairline up, right, like this. And I go, "You gotta let that shit grow back," right? Because I'm like, bro, you got pushed back. That's what my mind was thinking. He goes, "No, like the white from the powder." Right? And I'm like, oh shit, son. Oh shit. I'm so sorry. Barry, I'm sorry, dog. It still haunts me. My intent was not that, and I realized after that I was being a dick. Yeah.
He went at the hairline. He's like, no, right here.
Shout outs Fat Fades one time. Man, going crazy.
Hey, my favorite stories that we have on the podcast are the barber stories because it's like they always talk about bad cuts and they always talk about stories of other barbers and stuff. So that's actually really funny.
Perfect.
Bro, I cringed so bad. I was like, hey! You know, little anime teardrop.
That's too funny.
That's dope. So you were the one who created Pump Powder. Yeah.
Yeah.
How did that idea start? Where did that idea come from?
Well, I started using like texture powder, I think 3-4 years ago. I don't know how popular it was everywhere else, but as far as I know in Utah, it was kind of new.
Yeah.
And I just remember seeing this commercial and, you know, dude puts it in the hair, whips through it. And it was like, phew. I was like, bullshit. Bullshit. I've been doing this shit fucking 10 years. Bullshit. Right? And I'm like, it's a Chinese scam. Don't trust that. I promise. And I'm a quarter Chinese. I ain't no hater.
Yeah.
Okay?
So is he.
I'm 30%. What's up?
You know. Hey, mad love to the Chinese folks. My grandpa Chinese, man.
My wife's
But-
Chinese. We good.
But
There's
but
Chinese somewhere in my family.
But in my mind, I'm like, man, who the hell put baby powder in their hair and it looks like anything?
that? Yeah.
Like anything, right? And then my homeboy saw the same thing. He goes, man, just order it. I'll pay for both. You just keep one and then like test one on me. It actually worked, but I hated the fact that you had to like shake it because when I'm cutting all day, like my arm be just swollen. You know what I mean from inflammation, and so I'm like, man, I wish you just spray this shit like a water bottle. And my manager Selena, so she's still with the company. She heard me and she brought me like a different product that did that, and I was like, son of a bitch, you know. But that product wasn't the same, so I just, you know, some beta testing, and then that's kind of where it started. I'm like, I realized as I was testing the product, I would literally like say I'm cutting your hair, right? Go, he's in another chair and he'll go, hey, what is that?
No, yeah, that's exact feeling that I had when I saw it.
Yeah.
Sure.
So the cinematic effect, the curiosity of it, and then I just thought, I'm like, you know, going through all the brands I can think of, I'm like, does anybody have shit like this? Like, no, I don't think they do. And then, you know, the actual stuff we have inside, it's very concentrated. It's highly concentrated. So you can even swim, and when you get out and your hair dries, motherfucker still works.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
That shit's pretty crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy, bro.
Yeah,
I'm gonna get a
it makes
review.
all barbers look very professional.
Hey, fuck,
'cause,
pump powder. Did his shit here.
Barry put that shit in my hair, and I was like, okay, like,
Yeah.
this
I'm about to
is
do a
crazy.
review
This
right
is
now.
dope.
My shit's all flat.
Yeah.
Hey,
Like,
hey, but let me do it. Don't,
You don't want to get the white in there. And
Right here. Yo, what do I do
James,
about
what I
this?
do about this? You gotta let this shit grow back, dog.
You ever heard of hymns or keeps?
that's funny, man. No.
So let's go back in time then. So you said you've been doing this for about 10 years, right? What were you doing before, and then how did you get into becoming a barber, and then all, you know, vice versa, everything else?
Yeah.
I was working customer service. What's real funny is I'm kind of crazy, right? So yeah, I don't know if you tell, but I'm kind of crazy, right? So I remember working this customer service job. I ain't even figured out barbering yet. I mean, I wanted to go cut hair, but my traditional Asian father was like, "What you talk about, boy? Cut hair. The girl cut the hair. You have to go be a doctor, lawyer, right? He wants something to brag about, right? So I'm like, fuck, man.
So it's
Fuck, I don't want to do that shit. And I'm going to college, wasting my time and money. I wasn't even doing shit. I was just taking generals just so he could tell people I was in college. Right? Stupid as fuck.
Yeah. I get it 100%.
Bro, I hated
It's
it.
the same way.
Yeah. And but anyway, so before I did that, I'm 19 in this call center, and I'm like, man, this shit, fuck, I gotta fucking file for PTO and then 401k and all these
All
fucking
this
meetings,
shit,
right? Like it's like all the corporate stuff, and I'm like, I don't know what I'm gonna do, but fuck this,
Yeah.
you know. So my logic, and it's weird because this has followed me through life. I kind of have a lot of like, fuck it in my system, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, well, what can I do so that I never have to work a job like this again? I'm gonna go get my neck tatted. So I'm I'm not.
That is commitment.
Yeah.
We're here.
That is crazy.
No
Yeah.
9 to 5 for me.
Yeah.
Fuck this shit.
So I'm 19 and I'm like, fuck it. I already got the job. You can't fire me now. That's a discrimination, you know? And so I go and do it. And the funniest thing is, my tattoo artist, he'd done 4 or 5 for me already. And then I asked him about neck tattoos, right? And he goes, oh man, I always try to talk people out of it, you know, because you really put yourself in a box. There's a lot of opportunities you may miss, you know. So yeah, I always try to make sure they really know what they want. Man, I want to get my neck blasted. What do you want to do? I'm like, didn't you just tell me you talk people out of it? I'm 19. I'm 19. I'm like, all right, fuck it, let's do it. So like, you know, so I'm like, fuck it. I came to work one day and they was like, oh, Jaymes, you got a new tattoo. You know what I mean? But that was my mental version of like, okay, I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I definitely don't want to do this the rest of my life. So I'll figure it out one way or another. You know, I'll figure it out.
Yeah.
And don't take my advice. I don't. It just worked out by happenstance. This is not a normal thing to do. Don't piss your parents off. Don't ruin your life and your corporate career. You know.
Tell them.
But yeah, it just happened to work out. So that's kind of where it came from, I suppose. I just started cutting hair because we was poor, and we couldn't afford. You know, you get like $20 for the weekend. Go watch a movie, or we go to Hollywood Connection.
Yeah, tell them, man. Tell them.
That shit ain't even there no more.
No way. No.
You know, or Fundome. We go to Fundome,
Yeah.
but that $20 have to last. So, my cousin Deezy started cutting her hair, and shit, it saved me $5-6. Back then, it's $5 to $8.
That's right.
$8 was a little pricey.
$5
you know?
cuts.
Yeah, and I'm like, shit, we just stretched it. That's another tank of gas in the Honda Civic. You know what I mean? But he had a CRX, bruh. That bad boy, one tank gets you 480 miles. No VTEC.
Should take you to Vegas.
Hell yeah. You know, so it was more out of a budget thing. And then I was really fucking up my brothers, to be honest, but it was free. And I would laugh so hard because, like, I'm cutting them, and I'm no good. Okay, I'm trash. When I tell people I started when I was 12 or 13, I'm not bragging. Okay, like I would cut them, and I'd be like, right? That shit busted, bro. There was no fade. There's a line where I wanted to start, and then just trash.
It's gone.
Yeah.
That shit's gone.
Yeah, and then but I would laugh, so I like crying, laughing. But they kept coming back because it was free. Yeah. So after a while, I got better, and then like, man, I kind of like this, and then that's when I tried to pursue it. And basically, my pops was like, "If you cut hair, you're a woman." Okay, well, all right, guess I do something else.
So you never seen a fade, Dad?
Yeah. It's funny.
Dad, come sit down, Dad. Let me show you.
Messes him up. He's like, nah, I get it now.
The whole time I'm thinking about my 12 or 13-year-old cousin when he was 13. I'm like, if that guy was cutting my hair, I don't know, bro.
That's where a lot of my bad haircuts came from, was through me or through a family member at my age.
Yeah.
Was we would cut each other's hair for fun, and then my parents would just get so mad at us because we would kind of fuck our shit up.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, dude.
I remember someone tried to cut my cousin's hair, and then all you hear is my parents come down the stairs. What's going on? They're just in the laundry room, just fucking like this, just going over the same spot.
Laundry room?
Yeah, that's where we hid. When we did hide and seek, we would go and we would just kick it in the laundry room.
Yeah.
And then I was just sitting there laughing because I was like, Soldier, you guys look stupid right now. Both of them had this
patches,
this like flat mohawk. There was like skin patches everywhere, and then they had to get it all fixed up. And I was just sitting there like, thank God I went last because I didn't get my haircut.
Yeah, you got to start somewhere though, man. You got to start somewhere.
Yeah.
Right? So,
and what age did you like take that seriously?
He's gonna say not right now.
I think I was like 20. Hold up. 2011. That was 13. So I graduated when I was 24. That means I was in school. I must have been 22, maybe 23 when I finally went to school. But I was just cutting hair because I liked it. I didn't even know what I was gonna go work at Great Clips, real talk. Which hey, there ain't nothing wrong working at Great Clips.
Hey, I get my haircut. I get my haircut at Great Clips.
Yeah.
That or Barry.
Yeah. There's nothing wrong with that. But then my boy was like, "Yo, like, bro, like, why you going there?" I was like, I don't know. It's not like it is today with social media. Right. You just look up Utah barber, bam, all these shops pop up.
Very true.
Back then I'm like they don't do the shit we do now. We go now to the schools and we be blessing these kids. Man, there's some techniques. Took my motherfucking freaking.
No, you're good.
You can swear, dude.
Don't worry.
Yeah. I know, but I got kids that watch my stuff.
Oh, yeah.
So
That's
I try
right.
not to. So I say frick, shoot, dang. You know?
You're good. You're a good guy. I'd just be throwing out F-bombs,
I'll be slipping though. I'll be slipping sometimes. But, what did I say? I got ADD, dog. So sometimes.
No, you're good.
We were talking about cutting
we
up
all do.
some kids at school, blessing them and shit.
Yeah, and then how you guys didn't have that back in the day.
Oh yeah. So like, so some of these techniques, real talk. I'm not even playing, bro. Took me a year and a half to figure out. Of just like trial and error. Like, why is that looking weird? Like, why that look weird, right? And then all of a sudden I get it right one time, like click, like, oh, okay, now I get it.
That's all you need.
I show up to the school and I be telling these kids they ain't even graduate. It took me a year and a half in my professional career to figure it out. I show up, teach them in like 3 minutes. You know? So these kids, like, they're so ahead of the game. And they coming out of the schools, like, some of the old heads who, like, been cutting a long time that, like, they hit a certain plateau. And in their lifetime and in their career span, it's like, yeah, you dope right now in 1988, right? And they stop growing.
Yeah.
But because, like, oh, I've been doing this 30 years, that don't mean shit.
Right.
I'm telling you right now, that don't mean shit.
Yeah.
Just because you hold a job for 30 years, that don't mean shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Absolutely.
you have to continue to learn and progress. Because a lot of, I'm not saying all, but a lot of times, you know, when you hear that, it's like, I've been doing it X amount of time. I'm like, oh man, that kid in school would dust you though, bro.
Yeah,
Kids,
absolutely.
You know what I mean? Like, you got to stay ahead of these kids, bro. They got those little dexterous ass fingers that ain't never worked like long hours yet.
Brand
you know?
new.
Yeah, they're brand new. So they do like ninja shit, and I'm over here like, hold up.
Halfway through a haircut.
I still got it. You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy, bro.
Yeah, it's true, man.
That's crazy.
You know? So imagine how much it's like the skill level, the talent that's out now. Imagine 5 years from now.
Yeah,
when they're getting
absolutely.
taught that shit. And then 5 years from then, it's like, I don't know if I don't know if it will ever plateau because you can be so creative.
Mm-hmm.
There's like the basic stuff and the hot stuff, the popular stuff. But if you really want to get creative, you can do color, you can do, designs, shapes, depth.
Yeah.
There's just so much to it. And styles always change.
Yeah, it's absolutely true. Back then, most people just did the same haircuts, right? You had the faux hawks, the fades, all that shit. But now you got a bunch of different stuff that people like and fuck with now, right?
Dude, the styles has changed. Even like everybody rocking mullets again, you know? Like these
shit coming back.
Crazy different fades. I don't even know.
Yeah.
Hey, man, mullets now look way better than back in the day, it was like hold my beer. You know, the hold my beer mullets?
Yeah.
Hold my beards off the sides, a little off the top, don't touch the back. You know what I mean? Like,
what is it? Business in the front, party in the back.
Yeah, exactly.
That's legit what I was a hater of mullets for the longest time. I hated them. I don't know why. I couldn't be around them. It's just all the B-boys had them. No one styled their hair because they were B-boying, right? And so it's just flat all the way through school, and then it's just flat all the way in the back. But now everything's changed. Now they can style their mullets, right?
Yeah.
So that's the big difference now.
Using pump powder, you can style even a B-boy mullet.
B-boy mullets.
Got a plug
for you. Do you think
Plug that shit, man?
And do you think like just because the kids are so crazy talented, you think it has something to do with social media trends?
Yeah. Because here's the thing. Imagine this, right? So you're the biggest, baddest in your city, okay? Well, your city happens to be a little town in Kansas, which I'm not saying they don't get down.
Right.
But as far as everybody knowing the whole town, you're the baddest one. And then someone shows up from Chicago that's got a lot more diversity and a lot more like clay to play with. You know what I mean? In a sense. Now they do some shit where you're like, man, hold up, man. Like, what? You know what I mean? Like, it's just all. But with social media now, it ties people together so well, right? Like, the world is this big now, right? You can find anything. You can find anybody.
You can learn about anything.
Yeah, you can learn about anything just on your phone. You can just the most amazing shit. You can go on YouTube and become a mechanic, a freaking anything.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely. We're in the age of information right now. So, if you want to be a barber, you could spend an hour, 2 hours watching shit, and you probably be going crazy. You just get your cousin and test that shit out, right? Don't sell these kids.
They're good too many.
Hey, you got to start somewhere, man.
You wanna know where I
1 or
think
2
it's from?
hours, nah, bruh.
They're watching.
This guy said you 1 or 2 hours.
Well, with the new pros, you can do it in real time. Tutorial.
Dude, they're watching anime, bro. They're seeing all the cool hairstyles. They're like, I could do that.
There's still a lot to it though. There's still a lot to learning and techniques and stuff. Like it's kind of
hours.
This is like there's no way you give me the internet right now, and there's no way I'm learning how to cut hair in that hour.
No,
2 hours.
of course,
Yeah.
no, not at all.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'm just giving you shit.
Yeah.
I'm just giving you shit.
No,
But-
you can literally learn anything.
Yeah.
And
Just don't be those kids
spend
that
more
messes up their
time.
friend's hair because I've been through that. So don't do that.
spend more time on this shit. But I mean, you can learn anything on YouTube,
no
on
doubt.
TikTok, Instagram Reels. You go crazy.
Bro, I tried to learn how to play the piano once. Hold
All of
up. I
us.
know this sounds really side something. You know the side something when you whatever.
Sidetrack?
Yeah.
Something like
But like I bought like this $1,500 fucking Casio keyboard. This shit was like the tits, bro.
Yeah.
And I was selling drugs back then, so I could afford it. You know what I mean? And then I'm like, what are these motherfuckers talking about? Man, I get on YouTube and these people showing videos of them learning on YouTube and fucking playing a damn Sinatra and shit. So I'm like, I'm gonna learn that shit too. Bro, a week and a half later, that shit sold for $900 on KSL.
It's tough.
He's like,
and that goes to say, you still got to put in the effort. You still got to put in the time and the effort to learn certain things.
Yeah, it's still 90% all that.
Yeah,
10% information.
Right.
That's what it is.
Information is just information.
Yeah.
It's what you do with that information that really makes or breaks
I'll be
being a
having
barber,
some crazy
piano.
stuff because the internet's a crazy place because you can go watch something and then you feel like you can do it.
Yeah.
Like I've
exactly.
been watching all those barber videos, like the before and afters, like watch this glow up and it's like some crazy. I'm like, man, I wonder if I can do that. And I'll sit there for like 10 minutes contemplating life. Like, should I go cut hair? Should I cut someone's hair? They'll be like, nah, don't do it. Don't do it. I'm not going to do that to myself.
I'm never letting you cut my hair.
No.
I'm the opposite. I'm like extreme sports. Like you see the Red Bull shit where it's like the POV.
Yeah.
I'm like, I could ride down a mountain.
Yeah.
I could.
I think I would rather ride down a mountain
longboard.
versus cut someone's hair.
I know, right? I'm
That's
just
the
like, whenever I see the barber videos, I ain't touching that shit. Just give me one, please. But down the mountain, bro, on a snowboard, I got you. A bear chasing me? It's even motivation.
Going crazy.
Our next video is him getting chased by a bear down a mountain while giving a haircut. Extreme.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Real quick, were you born and raised here in Utah?
I was raised here, but I was
Raised here?
So I'm Laotian by ethnicity, but my parents ran because of the Vietnam War. So ended up, Thailand, Singapore, ended up refugee camps, and ended up in the Philippines. That's where I was born. I was supposed to be born here, but like exactly 2 weeks after my birthday. Basically, I was born. They waited for me to dry. And then, okay, you go to America now.
Waiting for you to dry?
What the fuck? I just imagine them on the, you make the jerky.
Do the basket.
And then it's just a screen. He's just,
What the fuck?
He's outside. He's
Making
like,
some scene
where's the
hang?"
new baby?
Yeah.
He's out with the jerky.
Yeah, so I had a green card and everything, bro. It's crazy.
That is crazy.
I need a moment.
Well, I'm a citizen now. See, I told you I talk shit, man. I do this.
We love this so much. It's our favorite.
Yeah.
Had to wait for you to bake up real quick.
Yeah. Well, hey, wait. He about to rise. A little more yeast.
cover him up a little. Don't worry.
For those that don't know, that's how Asian babies are raised.
Yes, like dumpling.
He's strong. He's tall. You left a lot of yeast on him. That's good. Good job.
Yeah.
So you went from the Philippines to Utah.
Yeah.
Okay, so the Utah was your first stop then.
Yeah, so this is gonna sound mad crazy, but like, my grandpa was the bodyguard for the U.S. ambassador. Right?
Oh, okay.
So he just so happened to be from Utah, right? Well, Vietnam War happens. So when he had left, he goes, "Hey, here's my number. If you need anything, you need whatever, just give me a call." That stuff happened, and my grandpa was like, "Hey, I need to get my family out of here. Like, can you help me?" So he pulled a string, and that's how we ended up here. Our sponsors were from Utah.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I love it here. I know some people say it's boring, but I lived in Nebraska for a little bit, but that shit is boring. Bro.
Yeah, I bet.
Like real talk.
I always give
Is it
Utah
cold
some
there?
credit.
Is it cold in Nebraska?
It does get
as
cold,
dumb.
yeah.
It sounds cold.
Bro, it's got a lot of wind. Okay, so like over here the mountains block all the wind. We really don't get much wind, right? Over there it's so windy because it's flat. Like in a neighborhood, you can see how the wind move by the grooves in the snow. Like it'll be completely like no snow.
That's crazy.
And you can see the wind moving like this. Like it'll bank up snow, sometimes 5-6 feet on one house, and then it pushes and skips the next house. No snow.
That is so crazy.
What age was that when you went to Nebraska?
I was back and forth. My parents were split up.
Oh, okay.
I have a bad habit of getting in trouble, right? So what I do is when I get in trouble with my mom, I'm like, "Yo, Dad," and she hates me.
The same
Can
way.
I come live with you? He goes, "Of course." And then I get in trouble, like, well, I'm with my dad. I'm, "Ma, he hates me.
Tell him,
Let me
man.
come live with you." It was me the whole time, bro.
Yeah.
I was on probation from 12 to 19.
Damn.
Like real talk. I was always getting it's just dumb shit, But then it's, I mean, at least with me, obviously it's true. It led to worse things,
Yeah.
But we good. We all right.
Good. That's crazy that you say that because I was the exact same way. I get in trouble at my grandma's. I run to Max and Boy's house. Get in trouble over there. Go back to my grandma's. And just back and forth for years, just doing that shit.
Oh yeah.
They were just down the street from each other too.
Yeah, so I just
You were. He wasn't leaving the state. He's like, it's like a 5-minute bike ride.
Yeah, I pack my shit, go up the street.
You got the hobo stick, dude?
Yo, Matt, let me in. Climb through Matt's window.
Yeah, it's crazy, bro. Took all my shit in a wagon one time. Literally.
A little red one.
Little red wagon.
Man,
I think y'all had that for years.
that's a kid with a broke ass heart.
Yeah, nah.
That's a
pull out
great
the red
logo,
wagon?
though.
Yeah, I dipped off. I dipped off one time.
That should be an off day shirt. Dude, that's so sick.
Mikey with a wagon.
I'll get so sidetracked, bro.
Yo, y'all ever make the mistake with them little wagons though? Because one of your homeboys always got one busted up one that nobody care about no more. Like it still work, but it's like you pull it, it goes that one.
That's my dad's.
And then you and your stupid ass little friends find the biggest hill you can and fucking
God,
G ride that bitch. They got no brakes.
dude, you guys are crazy, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah,
Painful memories.
we always thought about it, but it was more just like dragging us around the lawn and seeing what happens. Even then, there was some injuries,
Yeah,
so I don't trust myself down a hill.
yeah.
You gotta have one of your uncles drive you on the truck. Tie that shit onto the truck.
It's like put me on the toe. Let's go.
I have this childhood story. There's this place called fucking Tornado Hill. Okay, it was in Nebraska where I was living. So you know the movie Twisters?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That shit was real. It was based off. So the 3 Tri-Cities, 7 tornadoes came down, fucked it all up. Like, all 3 cities, right? They piled a bunch of the shit, okay, a bunch of the trash, and they put dirt and and grass over it. And just being a little badass kid, me and my friend, we decided, yo, let's ride down this hill. And this bitch is, I mean, for a kid, it's big. As an adult, like you'll figure it out, right? But what's stupid is our dumbasses was riding towards a chain link fence. So the hill goes like this, okay? And you think it was like this, then it was like this.
And then chain link.
Okay? So we ride down like,
What the hell?
Hey, like, bop, 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 bop. I turned just enough to kind of slide and crash. My friend fell off. He fell off his bike, bro. He slid underneath the chain link fence.
Shit.
And he came up like, like when you in real,
It scratches your back.
yeah,
Like,
yeah, scratches.
Damn.
He went right through.
Fuck.
I just saw him go, oh shit, I need to go home.
Oh my God.
Just leave him. I'm gonna go.
Leave that
Got
fool.
to, bro.
You guys think it was gonna cushion your fall?
Hey, when you a kid, I'm not a grown man yet. If you get hurt, I'm leaving you. Because I'm not getting in trouble. When you grow up, that's not okay. He wasn't dead. I knew he wasn't dead because he was
wasn't
screaming.
dead. He just got cheese.
He was alive. He was alive.
Yeah, he was screaming. He was alive. Shit.
Screaming.
Dude,
That's too loud.
Oh hell no.
We gotta Google
That
this.
is true though,
hill,
because
bro.
as kids, you just like whatever, fuck it. You don't ever think about the consequences. You're like, oh fuck,
Never.
You got hurt. I'm gonna go home. I didn't get hurt.
I'm gonna see you tomorrow.
Yeah.
I was always the kid that got hurt. Even when we'd have b-boy practice, I broke my thumb, and then the shit looked like this. And then everybody, I was like,
windmills.
I was walking. No, dude, it's fucking air chair. Never
An air chair.
never jump on an air chair, okay, guys? Like that's just gonna.
Well, don't
fuck you
close
up.
your hand.
Well, dude, I was fucking stupid. I was in it. I was warming up. I was in the zone, right? And then all of a sudden, I'm like, I'm just gonna pop this shit because I knew how to. I was confident, but then it went, and it was my right hand, by the way, so I couldn't fucking write for like 3 months.
Damn.
And it went fucking, and I walked around the entire gym and was like, oh my God. And I showed everybody. And then for at least a year, everybody was like, oh, you're that kid that broke your thumb during practice, huh? I'm like, yeah, that was me. The only kid that ever got hurt during practice. There were padded floors, guys.
You should have clipped them nails. You locked in.
So you locked in.
The eagle claw locked in the pad, bro. Snap your shit.
Dude, this is stupid. Stupid.
I wanted to talk to you about Lavish by Minor Details.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a barbershop that you own?
Yeah.
Okay. What do you guys do there? Is it like a salon or is it would you call it a barbershop or a salon?
Well, we started as a barbershop, so
Okay.
what's really funny, yeah, I wish y'all could have seen the first one. Okay, then you'd understand why it's called Lavish. So the first one, let's see, if we double this room, that was the size of my first shop.
Really?
Okay.
We ended up having 4 chairs. I squeezed 6 at one point, but I was just
That's
trying to get
crazy.
as much money as I
Damn.
could out of it, right? But it was not like if he came like to for his appointment, oh bro, you ready? Everyone would have to like shift their chairs like this. We could walk through. Otherwise, you
With
get shin check.
booze on the chairs too.
Yeah, people on the chair, bro.
Yeah.
It was like but it was all I could afford, right? So I just had to. Oh man! But it taught me how to hustle because it was a shitty location that people who wanted to go be like, sorry, I'm late. I couldn't find you guys. You know how humiliating that is, bro?
Yeah.
It's humiliating.
Right.
And I'm just like, sorry, man. It's, I was broke.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like humiliating. But what it taught me is I'm like, okay, I have a bad location. It's a side entrance going downstairs. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So immediately you think you're about to get like chainsaw massacred, right? Like, what the fuck kind of shop is
Where
this?
am I going?
Set them up for a horror movie.
Yeah, so the business
Kinda
that was
tight.
there before, bro, that's where you went to class for taxes.
Oh.
Like it had like that like you know that really flat like school carpet?
Yeah.
Like it's not puffy, it's just
Just
flat. It's like a mat, right?
Yeah.
I had to rip that shit up, and then like I did the best I could, and then so we had 4 chairs, and then the new place now there's like 22 spaces,
Wow.
you know.
Holy
So
shit.
so that's why it's called Lavish, ladies and gentlemen.
What was the
Yeah.
location of the first shop?
It was in Orem.
It was
off-
in Orem.
Yeah, yeah. It was just like, bro, like the people above us, they were like, one guy was an attorney that just needed an office. The people next door, they do like therapy, like mental health therapy.
Mm-hmm.
The people across the parking lot was like, I think they did babysitting for. It was like, it's not where you want to put a shop. You know what I mean? So it sucked, but it taught me to really hustle. It taught me not as much how to market. I had to market.
Mm-hmm.
I had to get uncomfortable. I had to talk to people. I had to
Right.
approach people.
Right.
And I had to convince them that it was worth coming in. And then once I did that and you couldn't find it and you called and I gave you better directions, then you get there and then you walk down those shitty stairs, you're confused, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But then like, you know, like the waiting room, I had like a red couch on there. I had the PlayStation, a flat screen. Just, you know, a lot of it was more of like, okay, I know I'm scoring like a 2 out of 10, 3 out of 10 here. I'm hitting 10s everything else.
Right.
Quality of work, client
Yep.
experience,
Right.
everything. So by the time they're done, they're laughing and they look so good. They forgot they even walked in.
They're
the goddamn shop.
comfortable.
Yeah.
Like they were blind to that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I've carried that on through my career, and now we have a nice place.
Yeah.
But you know, those things still hold true. Like if you stick with those kind of values, how are you gonna fail?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, it's-
That's awesome too, because it's just like, yeah, you're kind of making the best out of any situation at that point, right?
yeah.
Because that means if you are in a good spot, then that means you're gonna make the most out of that. So it's just
Yeah.
it's a good mindset to have, and not to mention it's like I honestly think it'd be kind of cool. It's like underground,
Yeah.
like people
Yeah.
don't even know this spot, but
Yeah.
it's fucking sick. They got a PlayStation in there.
Yeah.
That would have been a selling point for me, dude.
Yeah.
Like I could play games before I get in there.
That's crazy. So how long did you stay in that location? And then what made you like, all right, we're ready to level up and get to this new location?
I was there for about 4.5 years,
Okay.
and then Pump Powder started like taking off, and it's crazy because, you know, I think all my employees are, oh, well, Jaymes making all this commission off me, you fucking dumbass. How the fuck do you think I'm getting people in here? I take all that money you fucking make me and I put it into ads to make you busier. Then you get busy and you quit. You selfish bastard. You know who you are.
Who are you? Where is
Tell him,
Shashan?
man. Tell him, man.
No, but like,
Dude, yeah.
so it got to the point where Pump was blown up to the point where I'm like, damn, I'm not really stressed about the shop no more. 'Cause
Right.
Pump, I got Pump money. Like, I'm chilling.
Right.
I can literally fire all you right now. I'm chilling. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You gotta go. You gotta go. You're cool.
Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. You're cool.
He has $100. Who wants this pump money? Who wants this pump money?
So I'm like, man, fuck. Because I put up with so much shit, bro. Like, I needed people there. You know, I needed them.
Right.
And then I'm like, fuck. And I'm like the boss, and I'm like, we're getting bullied and shit. Like, they're getting away with shit they shouldn't be getting away with, but I can't afford to lose them, right? And then I got myself in a position where I'm just like, you know what? It's kind of fucked up the way y'all been treating me, and I don't like it. I haven't liked it, but but now it's just like, hey, if you want to dip, bro.
Yeah.
But now it's like my hiring practices and stuff. Like, I love my team. Like, they're so dope.
Yeah.
But I've learned a lot. I've learned from the people that have caused me grief prior who not to hire, right? But you have to go through that. Like, you have to touch that hot stove.
Yeah.
Or in your mind, you're always gonna want to touch it, even if someone says it's hot, right? Like,
Yeah.
that's just how, I don't know. That's how I learned, right? Like, like you could tell me a million times, James, don't do that. I'm like, shit. As soon as this motherfucker turn around, boy, I'm fucking. Wow. Oh, damn, that bitch is hot. You know what I mean? Like, it's just how I am.
Just trial by fire.
Yeah,
I get
yeah.
it.
So it teaches you the best, and it sucks going through it. But now I'm like, hey, thanks for being a dick.
Right.
Haven't hired one since.
I'd like to
It's a great
talk about
slogan.
that just a little bit because, like, we've had Barry on here. We know the barbering aspect of it, but we don't know what it's like owning
The business
and,
side
and,
of it.
and operating a barber shop. You have to have people in. You have to have other barbers. They have to pay rent and all that. So that's what you're talking about. You were taking some commission or something off of what they were bringing in.
Yeah, commission's fair, right? Commission to me is like, okay, let's take away all this technology. We live in a village, right? You know what commission is to me? You don't hunt, you don't eat.
Right.
You live in my village, I'm going to take a little bit.
Right.
That's not fair. That's fair to me. So you want to live in my village, but you want to keep it all.
Right.
That's crazy.
So you weren't doing booth rent. You were just doing commissions.
No, yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
That makes sense.
That's sales,
Yeah,
though.
that's
That's sales.
Yeah.
yeah,
It makes
it's,
total sense.
it's
You gave him
the
a
same
spot.
thing,
You gave him a chair.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Right.
And it's like, you use a foundation of what I built, and it's like I worked really hard. I worked really, really hard to make a name for myself, which, believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, does benefit you.
Right.
So it brings people
Absolutely.
in.
Absolutely.
and it helps your career, and like the network of people that I associate with, they're like top level in the state, right? And it's just because you work on the team, so long as no crazy shit happens. Oh yeah, I used to work with Jaymes. Oh no shit.
Yeah.
That's like fucking kudos, bonus points, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Likelihood of you getting hired somewhere else is nice, and,
Yeah.
and it's like that stuff don't come free. You know what I mean? Like years of sacrifice and hard work, and building those relationships to where people respect you as an individual and as a professional.
Of course.
It sounds crazy, but not everybody can do that, and it's usually because of their ego.
Yeah. Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
So
It's true. That's
how's
dope,
that fresco
man.
though? Real quick, how's that fresco?
Oh, it's fire.
That should bang.
That
Huh?
should go crazy.
He was so excited.
It's
for
just
that
like
Fresco,
water.
Fresco hits.
I don't
It's the
trust
new
it though.
water.
It's too good.
It's too
You
good.
gonna tell me there's no sugar in there? It's fucking good as fuck.
There's no sugar in this
Hey,
bitch.
hey,
It's
That's
probably
I've drank a lot of Fresca too. I'm not hating. but I'm
Fresca is
scared.
the new water.
hey, you know what's funny about that? How you say it's too good? I feel like I had this conversation with one of the boys one time. I go, sometimes it's like most chicks got kids, right? Chicks got kids and stuff. Like, man, I ain't got no kids. But shit, at my age, if I date a girl close to my age, and then you find one that's like, attractive, don't got no kids, got a job, and then our dumb asses be like, something wrong with you, huh? It's like right in front of you, right? It's right in front of you, and then you just go, why ain't nobody put one in you yet? You crazy, huh? Are you one of them stabbing types? You know what I mean?
What's your name?
Funny.
Fresca.
Stupid.
Damn, you got one of them Frescas, huh?
Yeah.
it's like we
Where's
have to
P
start calling
at?
them. We have to start calling them. Huh?
Yeah. What's up, Fresca? We're not gonna tell him. If he doesn't watch this episode, he ain't gonna know. This will be perfect. Shout outs Fresca. Again, I freaking got lost in the sauce, dude.
My bad. What were we talking about?
Dude.
No, we were just talking about the come up, man.
Oh,
Moving
yeah,
over
yeah,
and
yeah,
transitioning to the new shop and
Oh,
shit.
yeah.
So I'm assuming you don't deal with any of those things anymore. I'm sure everyone's happy to work for you. You got pump powder behind you.
Yeah.
It's
better.
what I like about that story is that's that basement shit, man. Pump powder,
Literally.
pump
True.
powder came out of that.
Bro, you know what's fucked up?
That's so nuts.
Yeah. So I was when I started it, dog, I was filling the shit, labeling the shit.
Yeah.
But my mind, I'm so meticulous because the bottles were clear. I couldn't afford. It sounds stupid, but if you get the black bottles I have now that are colored, you got to do huge orders.
Yeah,
You know? Like I got to order 10,000 at a time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
absolutely.
And so I'm like, damn. So just me being meticulous, I'm like, okay, well, they're clear. If it's clear, the little nozzle is going to face a certain way. And when you're inventorying your shit, most people don't pay attention to that, right? They just, just put the label on. Crooked as fuck. Shit got bubbles.
Yeah,
Shit got
absolutely.
I made this little wood thing I found at like a Hobby Lobby, and I cut a notch out, and I marked certain lines of where the nozzle should face so that when I put the label on the edge, I could peel it right over.
Yeah.
And every time you inventory it, the nozzle will be straight, right where it says like pump powder, pump powder, right?
Yep.
Shit like that is so important. Aesthetic is so important, but
Of course.
that reflects in your work also. Like with like, I don't know, I'm kind of crazy, but like when I cut hair, to the best of my ability, you know, you are not leaving until like I say it's perfect. You know what I mean?
For sure.
And the crazy thing is, most people, I could stop 20 minutes early. They wouldn't even notice.
Right.
But it bothers me. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like it bothers me because those things are important. Like I try my hardest to leave no margin of error.
Right.
And it sucks.
It's
because
a
it takes
craft.
longer.
It's a
Yeah.
craft,
Yeah.
man. Yeah.
You know?
No,
It's
I
a
respect
craft.
that.
Right.
Because anybody getting their hair cut, you're going to care if it looks good. So for me, I'm just like, I would love my barber to do that. Because I've had ones where, especially when you do the walk-in, right? Somewhere that you're not used to being.
That's scary.
And then they just kind of do freestyle, and then you kind of come out and just like,
Oh,
I guess it's good
no.
enough, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm just
I used to
gonna
be one of
bouncing.
those customers, just walk into a place and be like, just, you know, do what you want. And then start to realize they didn't like that. Because they're obviously like, they want you to know something about yourself, and then that way they can kind of go based off that. But back in the day, I just be like, I don't know, just cut me up, just give me whatever you can,
Yeah.
and then I always get mad right after.
I was like that for years, and then my barber that I still go to till this day, think it was like 18. I never know how to order a haircut or tell him what I wanted, right? And then
Let me get number 5, a Diet Coke, please.
they used to have those big ass freaking picture things.
Like,
yeah,
you have
that
that
shit's so old. I know what you're talking about.
Bro, I would.
I totally
I used to
forgot
get
about
my hair cut by this last lady here. She probably still has her shop here on
Right on Redwood.
Redwood 35th.
man.
By the
Yeah.
OG.
Yeah, Tiffany, dude, she used to cut my hair, but then she got too busy, and then you know she would have her others.
It's the
come in there.
$5 cuts, man.
Yeah, $5
Bro,
cuts,
yeah.
dude.
$5
Cheese cuts.
Yeah.
But bro, I would go in there and I'd be like, man, what do I want to try? Just something else? Because she would always know how to cut my hair every single time.
Right.
And once you find when you find someone that can do your hair every time, you never want to go to anyone else.
Right.
yeah, dude.
And that's a bond that you
100%.
have, especially like as a man. That's the one thing you have is with someone that's always cutting your hair.
And you want that too, because like Vern is the guy that owns the shop. Old dude in his 50s, did his thing, and he's like, I just want to open up a barbershop. And it was probably about the same thing as like what you described, about the same size of this room, a little bit longer. And then he just like gets right in front of me. He's like, I don't know you. You don't know me. I've never seen you. I don't know how you like to wear your hair. This is my first time seeing your face. Let's figure this out. Best haircut I had in my life up until that point. And I've been going for 8 years now, something like that. 9 years. Yeah, it's crazy.
And to touch on your point, I think when it comes to craft, just like as we do with our clothing shit, right? We got to notice those small little details. We want it to be perfect. Because in a way, and when it comes to barbering, anybody that walks in the door and out the door is advertisement. People, hey, where'd you get that haircut? You know, who cuts your hair?
Yeah.
So of course, you know, when it comes to barbering, Barry's the same way, right? So you gotta be meticulous like that. You gotta pay attention to those small details.
It's like down to the millimeter, dude.
Right,
Yeah, it's
exactly.
crazy. Yeah.
Dog, that shit's real. Like sometimes this sounds crazy, but there'll be like a blend I'm doing, and I'm looking, I'm like, what, dude? It's just not blurry enough. And then I like cross check it, you know, from a side profile. It's literally like 2 or 3 little hairs, and I go, fink,
Yeah.
blurry. It's
Yeah.
crazy, bro.
Oh,
Yeah,
It's crazy.
absolutely.
Like,
that's magic.
yeah, it
That's
is.
nuts.
There was something in your Instagram bio that I want to talk about because you said you charge $100
Yeah.
for a haircut.
Mhm.
What were you charging when you first started when you were at the shop?
The first shop or when I went
The
to
first
Utah
shop.
County?
The first shop.
15
$15, right?
Dang.
on commission, so I was making about 10 a cut. So we had to cut 2 or 3 an hour. But that's the thing is we weren't busy like that all the time, right? So even the days that I could, usually Thursday, Friday, Saturday, there were days I go in there get no cuts. You know what I mean? So like,
Right.
to make a living, it's like, but you know, you got to understand, like I'm real meticulous with my work. I'm good at what I do. I'm not no better than nobody else. You know what I mean? The reason I charge what I charge is I'm busy, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And,
absolutely.
And I tried, like as I was building pump powder, I tried my hardest to, like I would literally fly out of state to do a hair show. I'd fly in, I'd cut hair, I'd fly back out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
You're doing two
on the
separate
go.
things now.
bro, like gang shit.
Yeah.
Like I'm going in like no sleep, I don't care. You know, like I was just so like viciously focused on success, and you can do that for so long, and then I'm missing out on sleep.
Yeah.
I'm making quick, rash decisions that I have to pay for later.
Yeah.
But the problem with me is like, for me, I'm a man of my word, right? So
Right.
if you ask me something that benefits you, actually hurts me, but I said yes, I'm gonna do it anyways because I said I would. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And that's something that I realized. I'm like, okay, well, I can't keep making decisions like that. So I went up like like $50, still too busy. I'm like, okay, well, I was going up $10 a year, right? Which is usually people go up a couple dollars. I'm like, fuck, damn, dude, this shit won't stop.
Right.
So I'm like, okay, fine. Then I'll, I went from 30 for 40 to 50. Then from 50, I go, I'm going to 75.
Right.
Still didn't slow down, bro. That's crazy.
Because at this point, you're just getting assy at it. Everyone wants a cut by Jaymes.
Yeah, because it's like I have notoriety, but I'm like, bro, like, what about the 14 other people here? You guys don't want a haircut from nobody else. You know what I mean? So for me as a business owner, don't get me wrong, I'm grateful, but then I'm like, dude, I have to slow this down because I'm still the busiest in the shop. And if you're the busiest in the shop, when the hell are you gonna have time to think and grow the business?
Work on pump powder.
Yeah, with two businesses. Yeah. And I'm doing the social media for all 3 pages. So like I'm putting on this hat. Oh, here's the shop. Then I put on this hat. Here's me. Then I put on the pump powder hat, right?
Yeah.
And I'm managing. It was just like, it was chaotic, dude. And then finally, I'm like 100. And it was like, but it was tactical. See, I really, I think it's obnoxious that I charge it, to be honest. But I have to because if I didn't raise it this much, I would still be as busy. And you know what the problem with that is? When people get used to 75, then I jump to 100, it's going to be like 50 to 75, no different. I'm going to be too busy at 100, which sounds great.
Right.
But people just don't understand the amount of work that I put in to get here and the amount of time that I've done it. It's like unhealthy, bro. You know what I mean? Like, so for me, for everyone else, oh man, I do that all day. Yeah, I thought that too 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Right.
But this far into it, I'm like, bro, my neck hurt, my arm hurt.
Yeah, you're at another stage. You're in
like,
another phase.
I got
of
a
it.
lot of people
very
worried
physical.
about now.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so I just gotta make sure my head is in a good space.
Of course, always.
You know, now it's like people ask me questions. I'm like, let me think about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I got some time to really rake through it and make, to the best of my ability, a wiser, better decision. You know.
That's amazing. Like you really put it in actual literal form. Like your time is valuable
Yeah.
because you're moving around doing all these different things.
Right.
Yeah.
Or sorry, go on.
Oh, sorry. I don't mean to interrupt, but someone had come to ask me that. He came by to Shadow. He goes, hey, I was just so he went to see Peter. P Cuts, big shout out. That's my dog right there. He doing big things right
boy
now.
going crazy.
Yeah, that boy's going nuts. Yeah. I'm proud of him. But he came to ask, he goes, yeah, so like he's like, I went to talk to Peter and then I came to talk to you and I just want to get to where you guys are, you know, like to where, like what you're charging and all this stuff. And like, I just don't quite understand how to get there. And I'm like, well, what do you got behind you? He goes, what do you mean? What do you got behind you? You just going to charge 100? Like you think I'm going to walk in the shop? I charge 100. Why? Because I'm good. Because I do. Don't work like that.
Right.
Like, you know why I charge 100? Because everyone knows I own Lavish. The place is enormous. I own pump powder. You know I'm busy. When I'm out, you know, traveling and stuff, I post everything I'm doing.
Right.
It's like, okay, when you hear that and see, you're, oh, okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Peter, that dude's traveling all over the place. He's traveling teaching the nation, right?
Yeah.
So when he charged what he charged, it's like, oh, okay.
Right.
But I'm just going to pull up to some random shop, 100 a cut. Bruh. I mean, maybe in New York.
Absolutely.
But in New York, the regular haircut, what? Is it like 78? I don't know. Cost of living's higher. You know what I mean? But out here, it's expensive, right? I know it is, but it's more for the fact of I had to hit the brakes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
You're doing more. You're doing, and you've been going at it for a long time. You know, like you were explaining how, man, I do that shit all day. Some of these other barbers, but there's levels to this shit, right? And you're at a completely different level than most, going to these shows, these expos, promoting pump powder, doing all these different things. So, like you said, you have to have value behind a $100 cut, and you know where your value is. So it seems justifiable.
You know, but you know what's bad though? This is the worst. Again, I'm grateful. It's a blessing. I'm not allowed to fuck up.
Right.
You know,
absolutely.
Yeah.
Like I'm not allowed to fuck up. I'm not allowed. There's no more. Jaymes, I think you forgot some under. If one of my clients come in paying $100 and I forgot some under his ear, or like, you know what I mean, like his fade is off. No, bro, I'm not allowed to. I can't be lazy.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I could be tired as hell, and now like I don't know. It takes me a little longer to do my work because, like my hands be shaking a little bit now just from, you know, cutting so much hair and I don't know. I don't know, just overuse. You know what I mean? But so I still know what I want it to look like. I still know how to get it there, but because of my like the abuse I put on my body to rapid fire my career, I'm kind of paying for it now.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
so
Absolutely.
you know,
It happens like that. I say it all the time. It costs to be the boss, man,
yeah,
in different ways.
yeah.
It'll show up in time.
And when you're there every day doing your thing,
Yeah.
like
Absolutely.
it's gonna get to a point where you're gonna start feeling it, right?
Yeah.
And then I wanted to ask too, is like, do you think you like found the balance? Like you're kind of out of the
Hell
chaos? No.
Hell no.
Yeah.
You know what's fucked up, bro? I'm so broke right now. 'Cause, listen, I spent like, dog, I went from 4 chairs to 22 in one movie.
Yeah. That's a big
That's
spot.
Insane.
Yeah,
dog.
yeah.
That was like, that was the biggest fucking like, you know, you smoke a cigarette before you get shot.
Yeah.
That was my like, fuck it, let's do it. You know what I mean? You know, I bet it all. I bet it all. So
Right.
you know, like, are we getting by? Yeah, by the skin of my teeth. But you know, like, don't ever count me out. I promise you, because I know that it would be hell. I know that a wise businessman probably wouldn't have taken this risk, but I also know I can do it.
Right.
I know it's gonna suck. I know I'm gonna have nights that I can't sleep because I'm so stressed out on
Yeah.
how I'm gonna pay the rent.
Yeah.
I knew that coming in it, but I know that I won't quit, and I know that
Right.
I'm one person I can depend on. So, me making this jump probably saved me 3 or 4 years of growth.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
I'd rather take a couple years of suffering
Mhm.
over
Yeah.
3 or 4 years of growth.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's, and the most disgusting thing about it is once I get this, like, I'm in the green, stable, right? It gets to the point where we have so much notoriety. I could have 4 or 5 people quit. Doesn't matter anymore.
Right.
Like this is the joint. If you anybody, you come in here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Once we get there, and then I finally get some money put away, you know what's gonna happen? I'm gonna spend all that shit, open another one.
Right.
Yeah.
Broke again.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
And then be broke again.
That's
and then,
that's the mind of the entrepreneur, man. That's
Yeah,
the mind of the
all in.
businessman.
then when it
Absolutely.
pay off, oh, uncle gonna have so much money.
Pepperoni pizza for everyone.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah.
We were talking about that before. We did an icebreaker. We said our favorite snacks, and that was that was James' favorite snacks.
That's
Pizza
crazy.
Hut, pan
Pizza Hut.
crust. Bro, I don't know how y'all don't be eating the crust, man. The pan
Bro.
crust, it's like
Yeah,
a
bro.
breadstick.
Dude.
It's
No,
a
yeah.
bonus breadstick.
Bro, we love that shit.
It's
Yeah.
magic.
We don't
Eat
waste
the-
it
I eat
here.
the crust.
It's America.
Exactly.
I didn't come all the way over the ocean to not eat the crust. Shit. I'm eating a little cheese off the box too.
Oh, dude.
Hey,
me
that's
too.
sometimes
Oh, bro.
that hits. It just melted off there. It's the very last piece. Like,
I know.
you
I was
what?
like, I always do it in secret though. I was like, I don't know.
Don't tell
It's
me.
it's the way my son be eating some of these chicken wings, man. I'm like, boy, you better clean that shit. Eat all of it. Eat all that meat,
I
man. You
know.
gotta
The
clean
meat
that
at the
meat.
end,
The meats
dude,
at the ends and,
the-
shit. There's
oh.
the nice crispy parts on there.
Yeah.
I'm like, come on, bro.
Dude, no,
Oh, yeah.
You gotta get all that.
I can't do that.
We were at your kid's birthday, and then I was like, oh, they knew I was coming because everyone cuts off the winglets. The winglets,
The what's
it's the very end of the wing. So you know how there's the wing, the leg, and it's the very end part that has no meat on it. It's just skin.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they cut it all up, and people usually cut up, throw it away. They fried it and then brought it with
we
it.
eat that shit,
I was
man.
just sitting there
We
like
eat it
this.
all.
That's how we do.
Every time I go somewhere, they always cut it off. I'm like, why? That's the
no,
best.
no.
That's one of the best parts of the wing.
Yeah.
Bro,
Yeah.
like my mom, I'm gonna call my mom. She's not gonna watch this, but maybe I'll make her watch this. But she always till this day gives me shit that I don't eat every piece of the wing. I'm like, woman, that was when I was 8 years old. I've been eating that shit and making it look prehistoric for like at least
It's a fossil after you
yeah,
little
a fossil, man. Like at least 18 years, bro. And she's like, oh, he can't eat spicy
She's still
food. He
judging you
doesn't.
for
I'm
your
like,
first 8 years.
I'm like, Mom, stop fucking telling people this. They think I'm a pussy. Jeez. Everybody give me some fucking dirty looks at a loud party. You don't eat his shit.
You're the baby, that's why.
I know.
That's
Makes me
crazy.
fucking sad. Sorry for the tangent.
No, it's okay, man. It's okay.
Let it out.
Let it
Safe
out, yeah.
space. Safe space.
Dude, that's what we tell our guests.
always
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's how it feels, huh?
Oh, it feels good. Like a warm blanket.
So that's what the hopes are, right? Is to eventually be able to make enough money to open another spot, right?
Yeah,
And then,
yeah. So far, it took me 7 years to get here.
Mm.
I hate that I have to say this, but this is probably like my first step in my career. This ain't nothing.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
By the time I'm done, my goal is, and I've said it. Long after I'm dead, you'll still say my name.
Right.
You know.
Mm.
So I'm trying to go as and I'm gonna try my hardest. Maybe I
Right.
don't make it. Maybe I do. But I bet you wherever I end up is gonna be a lot further than other people are even willing to try.
Oh, of
Yeah.
course.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So-
You're already there. You went from
Yeah.
four chairs to 6 chairs, back to 4 chairs, all the way to 21 chairs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
And then to be
Still
an
going.
entrepreneur and have your own company from
Right.
from what was supposed to be a Chinese scam to now you doing what you're doing
Yeah,
now, right? Now that's like the
absolutely.
thought
Yeah.
process that you were able to
Absolutely, man.
beat all that. And much respect to you for being able to put yourself in a
Absolutely.
position.
Yeah.
Like as much as you say that you're broke, the success of what you're doing,
Yeah.
it can always will counteract the money that you will ever make.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what the day and age we live in now, especially as creatives, is to do whatever we can to leave a digital footprint for
Right.
whoever comes behind us and make sure they're able to follow in whatever footsteps they want, right?
Yeah.
Give
Yeah.
options.
Absolutely.
And it's a good example. Like you said risk, right? So
Yeah.
you're taking risks. It's like anybody that wants to start a business of any sort is taking a risk, whether it's
Yeah.
like putting your time, your effort, your money, like all that, like throwing it in something that you want. Like
Yeah.
you're doing it, and it's something that it's really important for people to see, especially somebody as skilled as you.
Yeah.
And a lot of entrepreneurs too. Anybody that knows like opening a physical storefront, any type, whether it's food, hair, like clothes, yeah, and then like barbershops, like it takes a lot of money.
Yeah. It takes a lot of money, but also a lot of time and perseverance, man. Because like you said, that sometimes you're like fuck rent, all these other things, but then you got to keep pushing and pushing yourselves in the right way. But now I'm glad you're at a point where you can, and bigger respect to you for taking that moment and figuring out you had to slow down so that you can make better focused decisions. Right?
Yeah. I turned that Chinese scam into a Laotian scam.
Yeah.
Y'all heard it here first.
Pump powder, baby.
Pump powder.
Jail soap.
This dried up gel something in here, man.
This is Badek, but sprayed.
Spray Badek.
No wonder it sticks so well in water. It is.
Oh my god. Badek by
That's the secret. Just kidding, y'all.
Dude, that's a whole ad. Like that's a whole
crazy.
campaign.
You imagine that in Thailand? Badak, like pump powder.
The whole thing is they're
You
thumbing
always
everything.
got the girl rubbing the bottle against her face. Bro, it's genius.
That's their next ad right there is a Thai commercial. Because those Thai commercials be getting too crazy
Oh
sometimes.
yeah.
Maybe
I wanted to ask you something. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I want to ask you something about pump powder.
Yeah.
And you said you started, you bottled all this shit up yourself. You had the idea. When you actually took it to market, how well did it do?
Bruh, I cleared it in like 2 weeks.
Crazy, right?
I got like 400 bottles. I cleared it. So remember I told you I'm kind of crazy, right? So, so I cleared like 400 some bottles, and I'm like, boom, because like up until that point, I was doing a lot of classes and networking and collaborating and just doing my best to make a positive impact on our industry. I was trying to show people that like, I didn't take my job really seriously till I got out. And then I realized I'm like, fuck, bro, I'm fucking 29. Damn, put my mama through all that shit. Like something could have happened. I couldn't help her, and I felt ashamed of myself. So, now I'm super, super focused. So I get out and then I'm like, I remember when I went in that the industry was still very, it was still very competitive, let's say, right? Like there's a lot of, it was like East Coast, West Coast almost, you know what I mean? Like people, I was just trying to show people. So I worked really hard to build up my skill set to where people started noticing. Like damn, he gets down. Like he's good. Like he gets down. And then I would purposely go to as many shops and classes and stuff as possible. And instead of being the person who like went in and, you know, treated people some type of way. I went in and showed everybody love. You
Of
know what I
course.
mean? And I'm, you know, just trying to show people like, dog, we ain't got to be enemies, bro.
Yeah.
Like we could be cutting hair next door to each other, but like,
Right.
motherfucker, you can't do this math. In 1 square mile, one shop can't cut them all.
Yeah.
Right.
It's
Absolutely.
impossible.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, so if there's a lack of business, it's something in regards to your professionalism, your quality of work, client experience, dependability, consistency, your possible location, your right, and it's like instead of putting each other down just to stroke your ego, why don't you help your neighbor? That's what I'm
Right.
trying to like.
Absolutely.
You know, like yo, what do you like what have you been struggling with? Because I've been struggling with this. So, oh shit, bro, I had that problem. So this is how I solved it.
Right.
Yeah.
And like,
Absolutely.
oh shit, I never thought about that.
There's like
right?
no
And
gatekeeping.
we all
Right.
win, man.
Uh-huh.
Like who
Yeah.
cares? We all
Wow.
win. You know what I mean? And it's so, you know, having that kind of mindset, like when I announced that I was making like my own product, and plus it wasn't just my own. I think there was a few places that had kind of like their own line, but mine was a little innovative, right?
Mhm. Yeah.
It's like, bro, the pumping powder category, as far as I know, didn't exist until pump powder.
That's the
Get
first
this
time I heard it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
so it's like it's cool, you know. So I had a lot of support. So when it came out, I had a lot of support. People were like, yo, that's tight. Like Jaymes doing that, cool. Yeah, I'll fuck with it,
Yeah.
Mhm.
bro. It went fucking silent. Okay, so I doubled up. I got like 900 something. It went silent for like 3 months, and I'm sitting there like I was so gassed, right? And all of a sudden
Yeah.
it started to fizzle, and I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
damn, like fuck. So I set my ego aside and I reached out and said, yo, bro, like. What happened?
How's the
Are-
product?
Yeah, like,
you
are
know?
you guys not?
Are you-
Y'all not moving it?
Right.
Yeah.
Like, I'm moving it like crack at my shop,
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
right? And then I would hear like, "Hey, Jaymes, like, I know it works because I could feel it and I could see it,
Mm-hmm.
but like when you do it, it looks hella cool.
Mm-hmm.
When I do it, it don't look the same."
Mm-hmm.
Well, I just click on the Instagram and I'm like, okay, I can tell someone's like skill level by, you know, your photography, your placement, your videography, your
Right.
quality of work.
Mm-hmm.
I can just boom, they're here, boom, they're here, right?
Yeah.
And then I go, fuck, man, like you don't know how to texture.
Yeah.
Okay, so then then I hit this fork in the road, right? I was like, okay, well, I got 900 bottles of something potentially great that I know is great. I could just say, fuck it, I fucked up, take the L, or I can go to every single school in the state of Utah and teach them how to texture.
Yeah. Tell them, man.
And guess
Right.
what I did?
Absolutely.
And when I taught them, I go, oh, by the way, I have this product. It's pump
Yeah.
powder.
Mm-hmm.
Now they know how to use it.
Right.
Interesting.
You know,
Yeah.
you know how fucking insane
That's how you
that is?
sell it.
That is
Right.
insane.
That was my option. Either I quit or I teach fucking everybody.
Yeah.
So I went and I taught fucking everybody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And now,
Whoa.
like
That's nuts.
you know, some of y'all may not believe that, but if you're in one of my classes, that's what I was really doing. So got you.
The ocean scandal.
The ocean scam is so strong.
No,
Ocean
absolutely.
powder.
They, you know, when you have a product like that, even in the business that I'm in, first batch of everything always goes.
Yeah.
I always say, but it's that second, it's that
Yeah,
reorder
yeah,
where
yeah.
you really
The reorder is what matters.
It's what matters. Is what that's where you get tested.
Yeah, because
Right?
the first
Interesting.
one's like you open a restaurant. So you open a restaurant. Yo, man, my dog opened a restaurant. I'm gonna support him, man.
Of course,
And then
right?
and then you're like, that's different,
yeah,
right? I ain't gonna come back.
yeah,
But when people come back, that's like, bro,
yeah.
like it's growing to a point now where it's mad crazy. Like I'm seeing people reach out to the page. I expected the people who had known me in one way or another or heard of me, right?
Right.
Like, oh wait, he's one that does pump powder. It's still cool. I still appreciate the support of Millie. But people are starting to hit me up that don't know who I am.
Right.
They have no clue. It's only the product, right? And they're gassed and like that's the most rewarding part. I know the success and shit will come with it eventually, but the most rewarding part is just to be like damn, like I did that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
It's almost like imagine saying, "Yo, dog, you know Colgate? My homeboy invented that." You know what I mean? Like, wait, what do you mean? Like, what you mean? Like Colgate? I've used it my whole life. That's my goal with this. Is I'm trying to build it big enough to where like one day, you know, it's not gonna be this year, next year probably, but one day, y'all be in some store. But look, you see that? You know, talking to your kids, like, you see that? Like, yeah, my friend made that. I know him.
Yeah.
You know how fucking
It's-
cool
it's
that is,
tight.
dog?
Yeah.
Right.
That's
Oh,
just
dude.
fucking cool.
It's
bro.
crazy that you say
It's
that
great.
because I literally thought this was a a product that you buy wholesale from like one of these LA beauty suppliers type shit. I did not know
I'm working
you
on
were
it.
the owner. I didn't know that this was based out of here in Utah. It has that feel, that look of like that luxury type product that you would see in most salons and stuff. Right?
In a way, it's almost like you go buy cologne and stuff. I sometimes go based off the box. Sometimes the box will sell you, and that's how this feels.
Right.
Like honestly, and then I'm pretty sure. Like I've seen a lot of people use this. Like I just recently started putting product in my hair, and now I'm gonna use this. But
Stop.
nah, but it's like, when you're getting into the game, like you're trying to do new things, like there's always a learning curve. We always learn that too from, us never, like we don't release white shirts when we do the clothing brand. We don't. It's a really tough sell.
Is it because of nipples?
Dude, that's me, bro. I've been telling everybody.
His point is that his nipples can see through the white.
Mine
shirt.
too, bro.
Yeah, bro.
There you go.
I can't be doing that thin fabric.
There you go.
Makes me so sad because the bear, he wears a white t-shirt. That shit would be poking through. I'd be looking at you with 4 eyes.
You're stupid.
No, and it's like we've been doing the clothing since about 2017, and we kind of had a lot of learning curves in the beginning, like no light colors, no stuff like that. And then now that we're doing it, it's like how we got to do it right. It's how we come about it, and we can sell a white T-shirt no matter what it is now because we found the right material, we found everything right about it, and I'm pretty sure that's what it took for you to get to where with pump powder. For you to go to every school to teach them, like in a way to advertise your stuff, but also. You took time out of your own day to make sure this worked.
Yeah, I had to.
Exactly.
Right? There's no other option. It's either that or give up. Yeah. And that was all my money. Like when I say all my money, like if I needed $1,000 for a transmission, I'm taking a bus.
Right.
Like that's how from the gutter this shit is. So like the fact
that
even though I wish we were further along, the fact that we're here, if people really do. Bro, I'd be fucking doing all these classes. I'm filling bottles till like 1 a.m. after I work all day, so that I could have enough to sell. And because people were putting in orders where I was having a hard time keeping up.
Yeah.
Okay, this part's fucked up. So I asked my mom to help me. Right.
Right.
So like
it gets to that point.
Yeah. So I would come home and because my mama can't work. Right. She can't do anything like I think it's like. I don't know. She has like chronic pains, anything over like 5 or 10 pounds, something she can't lift. But the little bottles they're like tiny, right? So she was helping me as much as she could. Sometimes she'd do like a little batch here and there, just to help.
Yeah.
And I remember walking in one time, and I was so busy traveling and just like doing my best to grow it and just get people on the vibe. I'm tired of shit. Just got off the plane. I walk in, bro. My mama got one. Yeah, she got one on those medical masks, and she's sitting like this on the floor by the coffee table. Hello, Jayme. Bro, looking like a fucking cocaine lab. I got mama, my little Asian mama. Hey, Jayme, powder all over her face, bro.
Oh, it's pushed back.
Bro, I'm like, Mama, I'm so sorry. I promise it's gonna make us rich. Okay, I'm so sorry. I'm putting you through this, but I just need help. I'm tired, So, yeah. If it wasn't me, it was my mom filling them. Towards the end, I was getting there was too much movement.
Yeah,
and then, but like every bottle was filled, labeled, packaged, and sent. Even now, like my team helps me now, but most of them, that dirty fingerprint on the tape. You think it's some hourly employee in a warehouse I own? No, that's me.
Yeah,
the owner.
Yeah, that's so crazy.
Be like that, man. You gotta touch it. You gotta you gotta make sure everything is right. And who better to do it than you? Right?
Yeah. And shout outs moms too.
Shout outs to
moms.
moms.
That was awesome.
Yeah. It really starts like that. That's where all these things and ideas really starts, and that's how you really take shit off the ground. So kudos to you for sticking with it, man. It's not easy. It's not an easy task. And honestly, what you just said there, you couldn't keep it in stock. That's not a bad problem to have. It's just trying to.
That's also like it's a
good thing.
It's a good thing. It's a growing pain.
It's
though.
a problem though.
Yeah,
but it's not. It's not a bad problem.
And sometimes that destroys dudes.
Right.
Like when you grow too fast. It gets too much.
Exactly. When it gets too much. When you got to do 1,000, 2,000 bottles and shit. So I'm happy you've overcome that, man, and I'm excited to see where this takes you and where pump powder goes. I think you can take this shit far.
Dude, yeah.
Yeah.
It's amazing shit. Like I've had it in my hair. I've tried it in my hair. It's amazing shit.
You know what's real funny? I went to and shout out to OTEC, mad love. But OTEC's up in Ogden, right? And so, and you got to understand, like the students, when you're a new student, you're new to the scene, except for the really, really famous people, most of them they ain't really up on game of like who's around, right? And I remember I walked in, but one of these kids, he'd been there for a minute. So like he knew I was the one that did pump powder. I walk in with a pump powder shirt on, okay? And my ass, I'm the loudest motherfucker on the internet. I'm always talking shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'm always gassing, joking around and stuff. And I walk in and I remember this guy, like he looks over at me and I'm like, oh shit, damn it. He recognizes me, right? But I just keep walking, to go talk to Tyler. Shout out to Tyler Kelbert. He should be getting another award soon. But I walk over there and then I hear this kid. So this kid was across the way and they start talking about pump, right? And I'm snickering, right? Because I'm right there. Like, I'm like, bro, the bottle you using, I filled.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Right.
You know, like the bottle
nuts.
you using, I filled. And I hear him like, he's like, no, dog. No, man, they from Cali. Like they from Cali, right? And I'm sitting here, I'm just like,
God.
I'm just like, damn, this shit's really happening right now. Like, it made me feel cool as fuck.
Yeah, that's what.
Of course.
That's what people would say to sound cool. It's like, oh, it's from Cali. Especially like, I mean, growing up in Utah, you would hear it all the time. Oh, this shirt, it's from Cali, bro. Yeah.
Right.
It was
That's
just
so
so
sick.
funny. And then he called me over there and he goes, Jaymes, will you tell him? Will you tell him where it's from? And I was like, bro, I'm the one that made it. I'm the owner. It's like, it's from here, from Utah. He's like, oh, you got the address on the box, dude.
You could return to sender.
Orem, Utah. That's a weird place for a Cali company to be.
Orem, Utah, California.
I was like, what street is that?
I think it's by Fairfax.
It's all love, though. It's cool. It's just cool to like, I don't know. It was one of those moments in my life where it's like, is this shit really happening?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's just
You
the
should be
weirdest
proud,
feeling.
man.
Yeah.
You should be proud.
So earlier you were talking about like going in and out, and so that's leading to the next question is that you did time, is that correct? And then you came out, and then this all started taking off. Like you started grinding as soon as you got out.
Yeah, I had to because I realized when I was in there, I was like, just reflecting on my life and my decisions. I'm like, damn, man, my parents came all the way across the ocean to some country they're not familiar with to give me a better life. My stupid ass out there selling dope, like gang banging and just doing the dumbest shit.
Right.
Yeah.
And then I really thought about it and I'm like, fuck, bro. I'm going to be 30 so I was within 6 months of turning 30. Thank God I got out before I was 30. I did some classes and shit to get some time off and Obama signed a nonviolent drug offender program or some shit.
Yeah, yeah.
That gave me another year. It was like perfect timing.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I did some time because this shit's so stupid, bro. I was an ecstasy dealer, okay, to be honest, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But what got me caught up was I was mailing it, okay?
Oh, wow.
And
That's
so,
crazy.
so across state lines, it's a federal charge.
Uh-huh.
But you know what's really crazy? I never really got caught up.
Mm-hmm.
They got caught up. And then they decided to tell on me.
Right.
So 3.5 years after I quit, they knock on my door. Like I just graduated.
Wow.
I just graduated barber school. I was engaged. I bought a house. Right.
Wow.
I was staying out of trouble. I was doing everything you're supposed to do, but I wasn't dumb. They're like, Jaymes, and as soon as I seen FBI and ATF, I'm like, fuck.
Damn.
Like, are you guys serious, dude? This is like you fucking arresting me for someone I punched 3 years ago. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it kind of threw a wrench. It threw a wrench in my life, and but unlike some other people, I just took it on the chin and did my time.
Right.
And guess how many people went to prison after me? Nobody.
Right.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And of all people, I had what most people would consider every reason, right? But I wouldn't be able to sleep at night. You know what I mean? I wouldn't be able to do it.
Right.
Because that's just not right, because I made the decision to do that, and it played out, I wouldn't say horribly, it played out not in favor of me, but, I'm man enough to, all right, fuck it, give me my time.
Yeah, you got to deal with the consequences.
Yeah, so
right.
so I did my time, had time to think. Looking back, I'm actually grateful it happened, because if it didn't, don't get me wrong, I'd probably be married. I'd probably have kids, which is not a bad thing. But what else? I'd probably still be in Kearns, or, cutting hair in West Valley, which there's nothing wrong with it.
Mm-hmm.
But would I be who I am today? Would I have that tenacity to succeed? No, I don't think so.
Right.
I'd still be doing coke on the weekends and drinking all the time. And, now I'm like, bro, I'm so busy. Even if it was available and free, I'm like, bro, I got shit to do tomorrow.
Yeah.
And plus,
Absolutely.
you get older now. It's like, what you mean? What you mean? My heart rate is fast, doc.
Yeah, absolutely.
I couldn't fuck with it if I wanted to. You know what I mean?
Definitely. Yeah.
So it's like, but it's a good thing, And it's just like, I don't know. Sometimes, and then that kind of solidified it for me in my mind, just like how my dumbass tatted my neck. Cause I'm like, fuck this shit. What are you gonna do? I don't know, but not this shit. Right? When I was a kid, when my back is against the corner, when I feel like I have no options, that's when I perform the best. That's when I'm the sharpest.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
I ain't got no options, so no plan B.
Yeah.
You need to put that on a shirt.
No plan
No,
B.
no
man.
plan B.
She already
Ate 'em
ate
all.
it. She already ate it.
Yeah, no plan B. Fuck around, walk around with 8 kids. No plan B.
10 years from now, I was like, he said no plan B.
Yeah. I was her plan A.
There was none. It was all gone.
Yeah.
That's
crazy,
That's
man.
a crazy story.
Yeah.
It's an amazing story too, and the fact that you took something that was like probably really heart wrenching to go through, but then turning it around to teach you kind of like the best lesson that you can learn in life.
Oh, it did.
It's huge, man. Yeah.
Yeah, much respect to that, man. Throughout the whole time we've been talking this last hour, or so, we can tell, you do have that fire in you, that motivation to keep going. You stay focused. You know exactly where, you don't know how to get there just yet, but you know exactly what you need to do to make sure that you get to
You
those
have the
steps.
tools to get
you
there.
got the tools.
Yeah.
And you're not a quitter, right? So
And you walk in with a smile on your face. Like the second that you came in,
absolutely,
it was just fun. Like
Yeah.
even before we started filming, like it's like you just bright, happy guy. But you have all these things that you have. Like I'm sure, like a lot of us have taken a ton away.
right?
Like
Yeah.
it's beautiful.
You know what it is?
honestly.
You know what the secret is? Don't matter what happened. I'm like, shit, I could be in prison.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. It teaches
Somebody
you.
step on my shoe.
Yeah.
I'm like, I could be in prison. Makes life so much easier.
I started saying that. It's just like, why don't you speak up? I'm like, I could be in prison, bro.
Every time she wants to honk the horn, I'm like, don't worry, we're not going to be in prison. let them rage. Let's just keep driving.
Yeah.
Man, that's crazy. Thank you for sharing your story with us, man.
Yeah, that was
we love it.
awesome.
We love hearing shit like this.
Yeah.
I know our viewers love hearing stuff like this too. So anybody who can make a situation like that and turn it around and do something like this, man, it's worth hearing. It's worth sharing. So thank you for coming here and sharing the story with us.
Yeah. Hey,
We know you're busy.
Yeah. Yeah. But just remember, I ain't done shit yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Once I get some money, I'm gonna be back. I'll be talking more shit. I'll be back. Okay.
yeah.
My debt to income is real high right now.
It's all good, man. It's all good. Well, we're gonna have you on. We'd love to tell that story as you go further in this journey, man.
Yeah.
Come
Yeah.
back. We'd love to hear about it.
Of course.
Yeah, we got to go down to the shop.
Yeah.
Really?
bro.
That's
Absolutely.
really-
Yeah.
I would love to, I'm trying to make our content go out, and do more. So I would love to just go out there and just see what we can do.
Yeah.
What would be mad ill, bro, is if y'all pulled up to the shop, because there's plenty of space. And then you did just like a quick run through with the team.
Yeah.
That
Wow,
would be crazy.
I would love to freaking
Yeah.
meet them. Yeah, hell yeah.
That's crazy.
Let's do that.
We
Let's
can,
do that. We can
do
plan
that.
for
We'll
that.
make
Yeah.
it work. Yeah,
That's so sick.
Yeah. But yeah, no, that was.
Are you gonna make the noodles though? On
Yeah.
Sunday?
Hey.
Hey, that should smell good than a motherfucker. I came in, he's like, shh. You here for the podcast? Shh. With a wok game,
I made these noodles for you. You want some noodles?
hit with a sesame seed. You're not allergic, right? You Asian, you ain't allergic.
It's always funny. That's the
Yeah,
one
like-
thing people always gotta remember. Like we do the podcast, and it's like every time I cook, they always that's the one. Every time I see him, it'll be 6 months later. He's like, "Man, that chicken. I'm still thinking about that chicken." I'm
Do the
like,
food though.
Yeah. Take go crazy, man.
"No, that's what I want to do. I want to be able to, like, if we go out to your team, I want to go cook for them too.
Yeah,
I want to go meet them. We
absolutely.
can do some barbecue, whatever
do
we
it.
can,
Let's do it.
And that's all we want to bring to the community is to show that we have a community here and we should be working together. No matter what job lane you're in, what occupation you are, we should be working together because as Utah keeps growing, our people need to grow with each other.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah, we got to.
Yeah.
You have to have the foundation here.
Yeah.
Too much of that Cali money coming over here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what
Oh,
that's what
yeah.
we've been telling everyone is that all that Cali money's coming here, but it's just going back to them.
Yeah.
We needed
Oh,
to
hey.
come. Oh, there's
It's
a
going
lot
right
of
here.
it.
What you talking about?
Whoa, hold on. I'm getting confused. Debt to income ratio.
It depends. It depends.
It depends on how well the
Depends who
shop's
I'm
doing that
talking
night. Yeah.
Right.
No, and there's a lot of money to be made here as Utah is.
Yeah.
Utah is growing so fast at a rapid pace that people are not realizing how much money is coming into Utah because all the people that are
absolutely.
moving here,
Right.
right? And all the companies that are moving here because of Utah's company rent stuff they do here, right? And we can do a lot with the community we have here, and we can fill everyone's pockets. You
We
know?
have a strong
Absolutely.
ecosystem.
Yeah.
Like,
Ecosystem? I have a
Ecosystem.
really strong ecosystem.
Eco and ecosystem.
You get the ecosystem first, then you get the ecosystem after. Then that's where
there you go.
No, it's
But-
absolutely true. But I mean, to your point, I know what you're trying to say, Taylor. We got to try to keep as much of that money here in Utah so we can fund things like pump powder or cool things that we all want to do, different ventures
Yeah.
and then other things that we want to try and get down on.
Let's
right?
control the narrative,
Yeah,
right? Like you don't want
exactly.
somebody coming in here and telling their story and it overlaps what we've been trying to do for
Right.
years, especially like us that are trying to do something new. Like let's just reach out and like link up together and figure something out because
Absolutely.
it will happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. We might get gentrified out here. So that definitely is not the plan.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we do have a closing segment. It's called our Chef Special, and this is just free gamer advice that you have taken in your life that you can provide to our viewers.
What's your chef special, man?
What, me?
Yeah.
Yeah. we do a segment on the show. It's called the chef special. We just any advice, free games for the listeners, for us, for the viewers.
Yeah. This is going to sound bad, but I have a very big personality, and I know that, but it's just who I am, Like, what you see on Instagram is what you're really gonna meet.
Tell them.
So, but I like to party, man. You know what I mean? So lately I've kind of stepped away from it, but someone that I admire a lot, very successful person. Literally one day he goes, Jaymes, I've known you a while. You mind if I just give you a little advice? Like I hope you don't take it to heart, and I hope you understand. I'm just trying to, not telling you how to live. I'll never do that, but don't drink so damn much. Like seriously, because it was getting a lot of control from me. And the thing is, my big personality, when I drink, it gets funny. But there's a fine line between funny and obnoxious.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And when I'm obnoxious, my big personality is loud and obnoxious, right? And that's the thing. And it's like, and when you're in it, when you're faded, it's like hella funny. And then you watch it sober, you're like,
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of funny. But, is it appropriate? No. And that's something that I'm, actively working on. But, yeah, that's probably the best advice I got. Basically just stay in your lane, and know where you're headed.
Yeah.
Right?
Absolutely.
Don't swerve because you can really lose it all. Everything you built up can be lost over a poor decision.
Yeah.
I usually have to issue public apologies every year and a half. No, I'm dead ass.
Wow.
I just did one like I think 3 months ago, and before that it was about every year and a half. for the people who've been following me, like y'all know, I get stressed out, dog.
Yeah.
I take on so much shit that there's times where like I'm like mad cool, mad chill, and then all of a sudden you see me on Instagram, I'm like, fuck you, fuck everybody. And sorry guys, I don't
Be like
literally
that,
say
man.
fuck you, but,
Yeah.
but,
like
but,
that.
but like my behavior is like I just start wilding out, and it's just that's I'm getting better with that. It's not the first time it happened. It was not good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it was also very out of character for me. The people who know me like, oh shit, because I didn't lose one client.
Yeah.
But also, you can only do that so many times.
Right.
Then people like, this motherfucker's really crazy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, I don't want to be in a room with him.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so just keeping shit in line. And I'm just being honest. You know what I mean? I could bullshit and sugarcoat, but that's really what it is.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, so.
No, thank you for sharing that.
I really like that.
You know,
It's a
thank
very
you.
unique
Absolutely.
chef special we've ever had. Yeah.
Don't drink too much.
Self awareness
And
is
if
a
you
big
drink,
thing.
stay off Instagram.
Yeah. That's smart too. That's like very smart.
Yeah.
Absolutely, man.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It's good to know that you're, you're taking proper steps and
Mm-hmm.
taking a step back and taking those things to make sure that you don't do things like that, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. So shout outs to you, man. Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it seems to be that a lot of the podcasts we just like listening and taking things in is very reflective of what you can do and what you're capable of, right? And just you got to keep doing it. You got to keep going out there and get it.
Yeah.
And then on your way, don't forget who you are and what you're building around
Right.
you, because overnight you can lose everything, right?
Yeah.
It's almost like you don't know how big and how serious things are getting around you. And then, we said it on the podcast previously, some of the you got to act accordingly. You got to act with how that way is going and what direction it's going. And so I'm glad to hear that, you're doing the same things. You got to act accordingly and make sure, like you just said at the beginning, you got kids that watch you. You got people that look up to you and things,
That's so weird too.
It's crazy.
That is
right?
weird.
It's a crazy thing. It's a very crazy
That is weird.
thing. But it's good to know that it's good that you think about those things. It's someone who has almost this power that we can give advice and people actually listen to us and look up to us. You got to hold that close somewhere in here and act accordingly always. Yeah.
Dude, you know how scary that is? Real talk.
Yeah.
It is
But
scary.
It is
It's
scary,
scary.
It's a
bro.
responsibility,
Yeah.
like crazy.
Bro, sometimes like I be on I'm always on Instagram. I be on my Instagram and I just tell her how it is. Like if I don't get upset often, but if I'm like really pissed off, I'm not afraid to let
No,
people
of
know I'm
course.
pissed off.
Right.
And I'm like, because to me I'm like, dog, I'm human. I'm funny 90% of the time, right? But there's that 10% where like some bad shit happened. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend to be like, you know what I mean?
Of course.
When I'm pushed to that point, I'm like, bruh, and sometimes like I'll be posting stuff or maybe I'm just feeling like I just want to express myself or how I feel. But in my mind, I'm like, man, ain't nobody, who the fuck's even, ain't nobody reading this shit.
At least I'm not in prison.
No, they got cell phones there too now.
Yeah. Right? But so like sometimes I'm just like, man, like I'm just expressing how I feel at the moment, because to me, I'm like, if you rock with it, rock with it. If you don't, it's okay. Doesn't bother me, But I never really think anybody's reading it, because look, when I'm on Instagram, I'm just trying to show love. I double tap emoji.
Yeah.
But I'm so busy, I don't have time to read it. So I just assume that's what it was. Bro, people be coming in like, man, that post when you was talking about this and that. And I was like, you read that shit?
Yeah.
Fuck. That's what I'm thinking about all the other shit.
That's actually kind of crazy.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
you really read that shit?
Uh-huh.
I'm like, damn, I got to watch what I'm saying, bro.
Yeah,
Because,
absolutely.
I mean, I'm always being honest. I don't think I've ever said anything too crazy. It's just like, but then like, it's just very eye-opening. It's because to me, I'm like, damn, you actually care about what I'm saying? That's so
Yeah.
weird.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, to kind of go back to what you said, it's just kind of out of character for the person that's very high level energy, always showing love, and then, seeing some shit like that. Right.
Yeah.
So,
And everybody interprets things differently.
yeah, everyone,
you know?
it's hard to,
Shit.
everybody, it's especially during, in paragraphs and through text, it's so hard to know the tone of certain things and how people talk. So like,
Even like a picture, people will get out of context,
it's like,
right?
yeah.
So it's like
people take it out of context sometimes, especially on social media, especially in the internet, right?
Yeah, text is especially, bro, when it's something serious, that's why I always be trying to call, like FaceTime people, like, you're weird.
Absolutely.
You weird. Well, I know, but the thing is, you might be busy and text me something real short, and I might accidentally take it the wrong way. I usually don't. I'm very empathetic. I'm like, even if they really was upset, I'm the type like, they're having a bad day. It's all right.
yeah.
Something my homeboy said is the funniest shit I ever heard in my life. He used to date my cousin, and she was so mad, she's slapping the shit out of him, right? Pop, 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 pop. Okay? Pop, 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 pop. She's violent.
Mm-hmm.
So,
You didn't hear that here.
Shout out, cuz.
hold on, listen. Okay, the funniest shit, he getting it. Oh, you so stupid. Pop, 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 pop. But he a big boy. He could take it. You know, he wasn't hurt. She slams the door. You hear thump, 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 thump. Goes, because you know the split level Utah homes. You split level one way, split level downstairs.
Yeah.
She go downstairs. He comes up. She loved me in the morning.
It be
That was
like
the most
that.
gangster shit I ever heard, bro.
It be like that.
That's so
She
sick.
loved me in the morning. That boy crazy.
I love that.
That shit's so funny, bro. I never forgot that when he said that. We were laughing so hard.
Oh, shit.
Man.
He was just like, with no shadow of a doubt, she loved me in the morning. This motherfucker. He done got away with too. You know he got away with too much saying shit like that.
I love that. I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna remember that. I mean, like,
Man, he's gonna text him like, man, is he saying that to you guys right now?
Yeah, that's
like,
what you gotta
you gotta love me in the morning. It's fine.
say.
But no, thank you for coming here and sharing
Yeah.
your story because
Yes,
this means a lot to us, especially kind of having almost near the same roots. You know, as Southeast Asian, Laotian men, we want to try to do our best to do stuff and build off our community. And
Yeah.
you know, you're in a way you become a pillar for us representing what you've been able to do.
Absolutely.
And we really respect that you've been able to come out and do what you've been doing over the last 10 years
Yeah.
and transition into life and be able to show what you can actually what the possibilities are.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's endless, man.
Yeah.
Don't let the number one thing I tell you right now is I don't give two shits what nobody says about me.
Mm-hmm.
None. So doubt me all you want. It just makes me laugh harder when I do it.
Absolutely. No, for sure.
I don't
morning.
give a fuck.
In the morning,
You
this
mean,
is
like,
laughing
bro,
at you like this.
Yeah, like
Damn.
you know, like that's the thing, and you can take that shit in, right? Like even for myself, like okay, let's just pretend like someone looked up to me, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I said something that kind of shot him down. I hope that in your mind, you go, fuck Jaymes, watch this.
Yeah.
Okay? And I hope it motivates you. And I hope you become the best you. And I hope you don't let nobody ever fucking tell you can't do shit.
Right.
Because if I would have believed that, bruh, nah. I'm too stupid to believe someone doesn't believe in me.
Yeah.
I don't know how. I didn't take the class. You know? So,
Damn.
The best gas is proving people wrong, man.
Ooh, it's so
you know what I'm
good,
saying?
bro.
That's the best
It's
motivation.
so good.
I don't want to ruin the moment because that was a beautiful message, but this just reminds me of Naruto. You know? He's doubted, everybody doubts
Yeah.
him, and everybody he's a knucklehead, you know, but he's like,
Yeah.
fuck you. You got blonde hair too.
Yeah. Naruto.
He's like, I killed your mom. What do you think? He's like, I'm gonna fuck you up. He's like, yeah. And then become friends. What do you know?
Bro, that was a horrible example. He killed his mom and then became friends.
I was like, where's this going?
Thank you. I appreciate you actually put in my place. People let me say weird shit all the time.
Bruh.
Oh, man. But that was episode 62. Thank you, James, for joining us.
Yeah,
and
of course.
I'm opening this box of pump powder so I can show you guys the bottle.
please do.
And that way
Please.
we can get a review going on sometime
You
this
guys,
week.
if you
But
guys need some shit for your hair, if you need some fire, you just don't know what to do with your hair. You know what it is. You just you kind of tired of that same look. You know, hit up Jaymes. Hit up
the Pump Powder IG.
man.
Hit up. You guys got a website and everything,
Yeah.
or where actually can people buy this?
Pumppowder.shop.
Okay.
www.pumppowder.shop. If they have any issues, the easiest thing, real talk, is just to reach out on Instagram.
Yeah.
You know, there's like a message box in Shopify,
Mhm.
but I really only check it for orders. I ain't got time to, you know what I mean? So yeah, that's the sauce, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep. If you need
Get
to
'em.
texturize your hair, if you just need that oomph, you know.
Oh, and one thing.
Oh,
See that? I was
that's
about to say
twist,
that.
yeah.
Dog, I was about to say that. You know how many people hit me up in the customer service box talking about it don't have a pump? Because they unscrew it and pull the thing out. No, you pop the lid off like cologne.
Okay.
Yeah, it just pops off.
Don't make the mistake I did. I actually
just pull it straight up.
I just twisted it off.
See?
Okay.
There you go.
There we go.
Okay.
Yeah. Spray it. Show the people.
I think he needs to take a class.
Yeah. I'm gonna need a class after this.
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, but this gas is dope.
No,
It's
shout
good
out.
Thank you, man.
Shout outs
Yeah.
Hands by
Appreciate
James one time.
Yeah.
Shout outs Lavish Minor Bar Details. Shout outs Pump
Pump
Powder.
Powder.
Go get that shit, man.
Yeah.
Schedule your appointment today. going crazy. Maybe with some of the other barbers, or not with Jaymes.
Jaymes too busy for y'all.
Jaymes too busy, man. Get going.
Unless you want a free show while you're paying for that cut, you got to get a comedy show at the same time.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, what you mean free? I work too hard.
Prepare to laugh while getting a $100 haircut too, because that's one thing you got to remember is that as a barber or a stylist, they're your therapist.
Yeah, you got to get in.
These are people you go to, and that's where the money comes in, where it's not a factor.
Yeah.
So you want to go pay to be with that person because that one person kind of understands who you are. So I get it.
You want to hear some? Okay, bro.
Yeah.
I know y'all trying to end it, but this shit's too funny.
Yeah. No, go ahead.
I love this.
Yeah.
What the hell? Yeah.
So remember, I set my prices because I'm like, I'm fucking tired, man. I'm fucking tired, bro. Okay, so I'm not gonna say any names, but my house call pricing to me is crazy. Okay, and I had somebody hit me up, and I'm like, okay, well, it's this, and this. I didn't get a reply for a little while. All of a sudden, okay, cool. Can you do it every 3 weeks? I was like,
God damn.
yes.
Yes.
But dude, I'm so grateful though. Like I really am. Like
absolutely.
the fact that people see that I'm worth it. It's crazy, but it's like a double-edged sword, bro. Like,
of course,
you work
of
your
course.
ass off. Like, I want to be busy. I want to charge this and charge that. Well, guess what? I got there, dude. I don't know if it's as great as I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah.
It costs to be the boss.
Yeah,
man.
it's a
costs to
blessing,
be
man.
the
But you're
boss.
busy. You're busy.
Yeah.
You're busy.
Yeah.
But it's I'm so grateful and thank you for, you know who you are. Thank you. Thank you for believing my crazy ass.
Thank you for coming on the show, dude.
Yeah.
Like, we had
Thank
to
you, man. Thank you for your time.
Yeah.
And we know you're busy and shit. So thank you for
Yeah.
coming here and sharing the stories. And we're excited to see you expand in this journey. We're excited to see where Pump Powder goes.
Mm-hmm.
We want to see those chairs filled up. We want to see everybody win. So
Yeah. I might be on Netflix soon.
True.
Real talk. No, it ain't my show though. I'm just gonna be like lightly featured.
Still,
Yeah.
I'm excited about that. That's tight.
Absolutely,
Hey,
absolutely.
anyone that can get on, it's kind of like
Yeah.
I have a story too. This is we were in Hawaii, 2021, and there was a poke place in northern Oahu. So
Poke food or Pokemon?
poke food, but it's like you get poke everywhere, right?
Yeah.
But the one thing is like all these shacks were just on the street, and we're like, let's go eat, right? We're in Hawaii, we don't know where we're gonna go. Like you don't go out to Hawaii for restaurants. You go out to eat with the locals where they're eating at.
Yeah.
Right.
And we pull up to this place, and it's called Rise Poke. It's owned by a Filipino guy, and his wife is Laotian.
Mm-hmm.
And on it had a poke version that was Laotian, and it's they thumb some gel and whatever, they put it together, and
crazy.
I ate it, and I was like, oh man, this actually works so well. And I came home, made it and everything. 2 years later, they were on Netflix explaining the dish.
Wow.
And I was like, it's like a cool moment. Like we're sitting here with Jaymes, and the fact that he was anything is good, right? Any publicity is usually good publicity, right?
Yeah.
The fact that you can get on a Netflix show and just have a little part of it's more heartwarming to the people that are around you.
Yeah.
It's like, damn.
Absolutely.
Like he made it.
But I ain't called it out yet.
Yes, but
Yeah.
Well, watch this fucking podcast.
his
fucking put him
NDA
on
is
the
like,
show,
oh no, we gotta go. I was like, oh man, I forgot I signed that.
Hey, my phone starts going off. Shut your ass up, boy. I'm writing the lawsuit right now.
They're all, hey, you gotta go bleep that out right now.
Hey, they say, give me your legal American name.
My first name Hans, his middle name By.
Hands by Jaymes.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, and it's like appreciation to those around you, because it's like he doesn't know who I am, but it was like really cool to see that moment. It's like he went from just a local place in Hawaii, and there's so many places you go to Hawaii, but they took their time and sat there and recorded what he was doing and talking about his story and where he came from. It's like, wow, I was there, and I knew that place was going to be a great place. Just like how now we know Jaymes is a hardworking man where he can possibly be at in the near future.
Yeah.
So you get on that Netflix, get him wherever you can.
Yep, exactly.
I'm trying.
Wherever you feel like we can help, let us know, man. We
Yes.
wanna do the same for you.
Yeah, I need some money.
We got you.
I'm just kidding.
We got you.
Like, I mean, we could be on Netflix. I mean,
We got you, man.
Yeah.
Hit us up.
Start sending people your way. We don't have money, but we have referrals.
I got you something better.
We have walking.
He's like, I don't want people. I don't want to cut hair though.
Yeah, it's a curse, but a blessing.
Yes.
You know.
Shout outs Jaymes one time, you guys. Thank you so much, brother. We appreciate you. Off the menu, episode 62, going crazy for y'all. Thank you so
Peace
much.
out, y'all. Don't forget to check everything out in the description below. Get some pump powder.
Get some pump
Review
powder.
coming soon, actually.
Going crazy.
Pump powder.
Scented ones coming soon.